Are we there yet?
San Cristóbal de las Casas is a city unlike any other. Located in the southernmost state of Chiapas, Mexico, San Cristóbal, or San Cris as the locals sometimes call it, draws visitors from around the world because of its uniqueness. It serves as a hub for those wanting to explore the vast state of Chiapas and its Mayan ruins, waterfalls, and jungles. It's also only about 3.5 hours from the border of Guatemala. Behind the facade of the city's touristic center and its picturesque valley lies a complex culture and daily life, and a history that's both troubling and fascinating. There's a lot to love about this place, and visitors will find themselves in a part of Mexico unlike any other.
So as of the making of this video, we will have been living in San Cristóbal for 7 months. Our original intent was to come here for 3, but we've ended up staying because we liked it so much. San Cristóbal is a great jumping off point to get to know the rest of Chiapas and to visit the various sites there are in the state, including Mayan ruins, waterfalls, and all sorts of cool stuff like that. This is the first in a series of videos we're going to make about San Cristóbal and the various adventures that we've had while being in Chiapas. So we hope you enjoy them and come along for the ride. Let's get to know San Cristóbal.
San Cristóbal is located in the central highlands of Chiapas, in a large bowl-shaped valley surrounded by rocky pine-covered mountains. It used to be the capital of Chiapas, which title it succeeded to Tuxtla Gutiérrez in 1892. Tuxtla is the largest city in Chiapas and about an hour's drive away. San Cris is unique in its geography and its climate because of its mountainous location. The hills around the city are covered in a unique pine and oak forest, with bromeliads, succulents, and agave plants growing in the trees and rocks.
So all around San Cristóbal are mountains. It's a mountain city, and the environment is actually really interesting. If you weren't paying attention, you might think it was a forest in Idaho or something like that, because it's all pine trees. But when you look closely, the trees are all covered in air plants and bromeliads, because this is really a cloud forest where it's almost always wet. It's pretty cool though.
San Cristóbal has a dry and a rainy season. The rainy season lasts from about April to November, and spectacular thunderstorms descend rapidly on the valley almost every evening around 3 or 4 o'clock. These storms can dump incredible amounts of rain before rushing onward, leaving the streets temporarily flooded. Temperatures are quite cool in San Cristóbal compared to the rest of Chiapas because of its high altitude. Throughout the year, the temperature averages highs of 65 to 7 degrees Fahrenheit and lows of 40 to 50. It serves as a hub for the region known as Los Altos. The region has long been inhabited by the ancestors of the Mayan nations of Mesoamerica, and currently 2 main groups of peoples live in and around San Cristóbal. The Tzotzil people and the Celtal people are 2 related but distinct races of indigenous peoples, and each speak a different language. The name of San Cristóbal in Tzotzil and Celtal is Jovel, which means the place in the clouds.
So the mountains of Chiapas around San Cristóbal are covered with people who are indigenous. A lot of them don't even speak Spanish. They speak the languages Tzotzil and Celtal, and they've been here for thousands of years. They farm the mountainsides. You'll see corn and soybeans planted all over the mountainsides, and there's avocados that grow here, bananas, choyotes, kind of squash. All sorts of plants are how they sustain themselves. They also have sheep, sometimes cows, and sometimes goats.
As is the case with most of Mexico and the Americas, San Cristóbal has a rocky history full of conflict between the indigenous peoples and the Spaniards. To be brief, it has gone through many periods of political activism and was one of the hotbeds from which grew the Zapatista movement. The Zapatistas, or EZLN, is a guerrilla militia promoting independence from government and rights for indigenous peoples. The area of Los Altos around San Cristóbal continues to assert independence from the Mexican government. Communities are self-governed, setting their own laws despite financial assistance, and basic living needs projects such as education, water, and roads. It's not uncommon in the mountains to run into blockades, protesting government, or seeking monetary assistance. The Los Altos region is the poorest in all of Mexico.
So one of the unfortunate things about San Cristóbal is, unfortunately, there is still a lot of racism and ethnic segregation here between the indigenous peoples and the people of Hispanic origin. It's something that people would like to brush under the rug, but it is a reality. The indigenous peoples really form the backbone of the economy in the area, growing much of the fruits and the vegetables, making all the handicrafts, and bringing them here into town. We have spent a great majority of our time here in Chiapas, actually amongst the Tzotzil and Celtal people in the Los Altos region around San Cristóbal, and we have to say that they are some of the most amazing and wonderful people on this earth. We've come to love them and made amazing friends with many of them.
So what is there to do in San Cristóbal? We will dedicate a whole video to our top 10 things to do, but for now, here's a quick rundown. San Cris is often used as a jumping-off point to explore the outdoor regions of Chiapas, and you'll see tourist agencies all over the center of town advertising trips to ruins, waterfalls, and the like. We've been to just about every place advertised, and many that aren't. We'll be sharing our adventures to many of these here on our channel. Chiapas has a landscape that is ripe for the outdoor enthusiast. Here close to the city are many eco-parks, offering hiking, zip lines, rock climbing, and cave exploring. For more distant adventures, you can hire companies to take you to the most popular sites around the state at reasonable prices. Within the city itself, there's an explosion of culture to enjoy. The center of San Cristóbal is known for its colonial architecture and beautiful cathedrals, each unique and colorful. There are museums throughout the city dedicated to a number of topics, such as textiles, chocolate, and indigenous cultures. There are also museums showcasing jade and amber, two precious stones found in abundance in the region. The center of the city has two main walking streets, which are the hub of tourism. These stem from the main plaza and cathedral and are full of shops and restaurants. One is called Real de Guadalupe and the other is Miguel Hidalgo. These andadores turísticos are a great place to shop, eat, and just people watch. Throughout these streets and in the plazas, you'll be thronged by indigenous vendors selling handmade textiles and goods. It's especially fun to go to the centro during festivities such as Day of the Dead, Christmas, and Dia de la Independencia, where you'll find bands playing, fireworks, and street performers. The city has many markets which are fun to explore, but we'd especially recommend the artisan market around Santo Domingo if you're looking for some cool, authentic souvenirs. The other markets are mostly dedicated to food and the necessities of life. But if you've never visited a market in Mexico or Central America, you may find them interesting.
So we've just barely scratched the surface of this place. San Cristóbal and Chiapas as a whole are amazing. I'm super excited to share with you all the crazy adventures that we've been having here. If you want a sneak peek into what is going to be on this channel here in the future, go check us out on Instagram, where we post lots of cool pictures. If you like awesome adventures, cool places, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you along on our million adventures. All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Are we there yet?
So we've just barely scratched the surface of this place. San Cristóbal and Chiapas as a whole are amazing. Gosh. Welcome to Mexico. Okay, let's do that again.